This is the case. Ian Cranston charged with second-degree murder for allegedly killing a black man who spoke to his girlfriend outside of a club last month. According to a district attorney in Oregon, there's no evidence of the victim, Barry Washington Jr., being inappropriate. But as of right now, a hate crime charge is not on the table, but it will not be ruled out. Cranston is being held without bail. The DA said hundreds of people called and wrote his office to remind him of the country's history of lynching black men for talking to white women. Most people comparing this case to Emmett Till. This is something that actually started talking about on Twitter last week, but we're bringing it to you right here today on BNC. Welcome to Start Your Day. I'm Mike Hill. Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning to you. So let me say this. When I hear the line in the story about there's no evidence that the victim did anything inappropriate, on the one hand, I'm triggered. On the other hand, I think it's necessary to protect his legacy and his integrity as a black man. He did nothing wrong, just like Emmett Till. What's been said about him whistling at a white woman all those years ago and being murdered and just destroyed and touching the fabric of America. When you are destroyed in that way and it makes an ugly, nasty America pause for a moment, that speaks to the crime. This, in South Bend, you have blacks who are saying things like, well, we're used to this kind of intimidation. We're used to it. I am so disgusted by what transpired here, as I would hope that every American is. The fact that this is even something that we're talking about, as you were telling the story without the names, I'm thinking, this is a throwback. This is not 2021. Sadly, it is, right?
Right.
It's stomach turning.
Here's the thing. In the beginning, they weren't going to press too many charges. It was like it took a social media push last week. Once again, the power of social media, and we're going to get into the main story once again, in order to get these charges brought against this man. And it is triggering because it does remind people of Emmett Till and what he went through. Once again, an innocent man who was doing nothing wrong, because a white racist apparently saw that this black man was talking to his white girlfriend. And he felt, I guess, the need to protect her honor or whatnot. And the Emmett Till case, obviously, the woman was lying about that. She still is alive, has never been charged. But that actually kind of brings me to what we were talking about earlier today when it came to Katie Couric. And no, I'm not trying to compare what she did to Denzel to Emmett Till in a sense. Obviously, Denzel is not Emmett Till. But the fact you got to understand, as a black man, when someone uses words like shaken, and you called it white female fragility, as a black man is approaching her or saying certain things to her, yeah, it triggers me too, because as a black man, I am concerned about those types of things, because I have grown up having to be a certain way around certain people because I don't want to be looked at a certain way, as viewed as a threat, not just with white women, but with white men, people in general, always, because we get that label as the angry black man, that we're intimidating, that we're predators, that we're out to get somebody, that we're rapists, and all those type of things, and all those stereotypes that are out there. So yes, it triggered me when I saw Katie Couric use that because of that. It triggered me when I hear Ellen Pompeo say what she said about Denzel Washington, a well-respected man, because as a black man, when you see that and you hear that, it just reminds you of where and what people think, where you are in this world as far as your status is concerned, and how certain people view you as compared to your white counterparts. So
and
yeah.
Do you know why?
It does bother me.
Do you know why you're viewed that way? Because of the Katie Courics and Ellen Pompeos and the propaganda that has been sold since the beginning of this country, which is why I don't mince words. And I meant exactly what I said about Miss Couric and Miss Pompeo. They are full of white fragility, at least Couric is, and both of them are tone deaf. When you look at the interview, Katie Couric asking her inarticulate question, she was basically saying, you're just an actor. What gives you the right? You know what people are saying. And the fact that he responded, shut her down, it was seemingly not even that forceful about it. He just not going to talk about it. And suddenly, boy, that's scary, the intensity in his eyes when a black man looks you in the eyes. So get out of here. Get out of here. Her ego and her gums
Yeah,
are
and they
too
telling us to
large.
rap.
Do you understand me?
But once again,
ridiculous.
Yeah, but like I said, it's triggering because it's happened to me numerous times. It's happened to me one time in Hawaii when I was in the Air Force. I don't have enough time to tell the story. I wish I did, but that's happened to me. It's happened to me when I was at other networks. It's happened to me. So it's happened to me before. So yeah, absolutely. So right now, I seem like I have a smile on my face because if I get upset, then all of a sudden I'm intimidating. I'm that type of person. Whereas somebody else can do the same thing I'm doing right now and be looked at as passionate. It's not right. It isn't. But once again, like you said, when people use those types of words, stop viewing us that way. I'm not a threat to you.
Every
I'm one of the
single
nicest people you're ever going to meet.
Looking at you.
Okay.
Katie Kirk, you are.
Yep.
You are.